I want to show you what the pencil exercise really is and how it works and how you can get into it. First of all, you need a plain pencil. In my case, I put a little weight on the end of it, but you don't have to do that. In fact, I'll take the weight off. And I recommend you not use the lead part in your mouth. All right. This is a wonderful, wonderful exercise to do away from the trumpet so that you can align your jaw, you can set your teeth at the right angle, you can get your throat open, and then you can, by breathing up the pencil, train the correct muscles to be working and developing in strength over a period of time so that you can play more efficiently. All right. First thing you're going to do is put the pencil between your teeth, like that. Now, you're not going to hold it tightly, all right? When you take it off, you shouldn't see teeth marks. It should just be very lightly held in there. Now, if you notice, the angle is going down when I put it into my mouth. That's the natural angle of my normal occlusion. The lower teeth are behind the upper teeth. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly bring that up. Now, when I reach that point where the pencil is going straight ahead or parallel to the floor, I know that my jaw is in the right position and my teeth are open. Now, if you have an extreme underbite, you may only get this far. And all of a sudden you'll feel quite a degree of tension back here and maybe even a little hurt. So what we'll do first of all is we'll loosen up the joints here so that they can work a little more efficiently. Now, when I try to bring it up, I may be able to get it up just a little bit further, and then I'm going to hold it for about 15 or 20 seconds. Okay, now that feels pretty good, and it feels a little bit warm back here. I can tell that muscles are working, and I can feel now that the trumpet muscles really are not necessarily all right around here, that actually you're going to feel it back through your whole jaw and your face. All right. Now, this time when I do it, I'm going to notice that I keep my lips nice and fleshy. I'm not going to tighten them up to hold the pencil. Some people who do this between their lips only and not between the teeth end up tightening unnecessarily these lips right here in the middle, and whereas the real work that's done to hold your embouchure together is here pulling the top lip down and here pushing the bottom lip up. So you have kind of a natural scissors. So that's another good reason the pencil exercise works. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up to the center point. Now, if you watch my face when I breathe up that pencil, first of all, you'll notice my lips are rolling in a little bit, kind of hugging the pencil as it were, and I'm getting some muscular reaction around here. I'm not working hard at it, I'm not forcing anything, and in the event you can only get it up, half the way, don't blow, just hold the pencil there. Because over a period of hours, days, weeks, in some cases months, you'll eventually loosen that lower jaw enough that it just naturally is stretched out a little bit and can move all the way up to here. Now in my case, in order for me to hold it straight out, it took me about 3 weeks just riding around in the car and holding the pencil in my mouth. Other people, they go there naturally. If you have an underbite, where your lower teeth are in front of your top teeth, then for you it's a piece of cake. You can bring your chops down and bring your lower jaw back to an even point, and there it's going straight ahead. Now, you can do this with your eyes closed if you want to, once you get it in the proper position and you're breathing up the pencil, and imagine you're playing notes. Imagine in your mind you're going G, A, B, C, D, and let your air imitate that, and you'll feel that your lips are responding with the proper muscles. Let me just demonstrate that for you. Now, when you do that exercise, if you feel your teeth tightening as you blow harder, then you'll know that you really have to be careful to keep the pencil very light, and that also trains you when you get onto your trumpet and you're doing similar exercises, not to bring your teeth together, because what happens is that lower jaw closes in a natural arc and it brings it back underneath the top lip. All right, now so those are some of the benefits that you can get. Let me emphasize, do not force yourself to go all the way straight. Let it take its time, limber it up, flex it a little bit. You know, it's kind of like an athlete. This is one of the strongest muscles, if not the strongest muscle in your body. It's used to chew, that master muscle back there. So there's a good degree of strength in there, and when you're asking it to totally relax and distend out just a little bit, it may take a little bit more effort, but make that a relaxed effort as you're coming forward. Now, you should be able to get to the point where you can ride around in your vehicle or sit and watch TV or whatever you're doing, where you can leave the pencil in your mouth for up to 30 minutes without it hurting at all, just getting natural. And it's good to try and talk with it there, because that's teaching you to relax. Relaxation is the key here. Now, the more you blow, the more muscles you're going to develop correctly. And the stronger you're going to get. The stronger you get, the easier it is to play. Does that make sense to you? Think of it as a baseball player who's going up to bat next, and he picks up 2 or 3 bats to swing them. All right, then when he picks up the single bat, it feels much lighter. Okay, that's what you're doing when you're exercising here. Now, I would suggest that you don't do this right before you play your horn. Make it totally away from the horn. Do it in the morning, do it in the afternoon, sometime when you're not thinking about the horn. And then what happens is when you pick up your horn, you'll find that you're naturally coming forward a little bit more, and that you're naturally beginning to open your throat. The only way to open your throat, and I'll pull it way back there and you can hear what happens to my voice. It gets very strained. All right, now as I bring that throat forward, the sound begins to get bigger. Singers know that. They drop the lower jaw and they bring it forward, so they're getting a large volume of air. If you want to use a large volume of air to play your instrument, the easiest way to do it is to bring your throat forward. If you have a tendency to have a small sound and you squeak up high, just the act of bringing your jaw forward and getting your teeth open is important. Now, some people say, put your teeth together when you play. But if you notice, when you try to blow through your teeth, your corners collapse, and if they don't collapse, then they resist the teeth. They pull in very tightly. That is the opposite of what you want to do when you play. You want your corners to float against themselves isometrically out here and not resist against the teeth, because that's the same thing you would do as if you took a piano string and stuck your finger on it and dampened it. You'd have to push a lot harder to get even a bad sound out. All right, so we want to leave this nice and alive and fleshy and working together like that scissors. So that's the pencil exercise. It's not difficult, but if you do it wrong, it can cause harm. You can actually get TMJ and those kind of things. But if you do it slowly and develop it, it'll be working everything that you need to do on your horn without all those preconceived notions that maybe you've built up over the years, so that when you begin to put your horn up to your lips, you just automatically begin to form some kind of weird embouchure. All right? This, away from the horn, is going to develop all you need. There was a period of time when I did not play because of a muscle separation, but I did this pencil exercise for 3.5 or 4 weeks. When I went back to the job, I had an octave more on my range. My endurance was just about limitless because I'd learned to relax, I'd learned to open up, and I'd trained the muscles to work very, very efficiently, so that instead of using 85 to 90% of my muscles to make the embouchure, now I was only using 10 or 15% of the muscles to use it, and it's a lot easier. All right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that lesson on the pencil exercise. Check out GRawlin, GRAWLIN.com, and you can see some more things. In fact, you can see a whole lot.